What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I've got a really quick video for you guys just highlighting a brand new mechanic that they slipped into Black Ops 6 with the Season 4 update. I didn't see it mentioned anywhere. However, I have had a few separate people come to me with a bug report, or an apparent bug report, with their grenade indicator since Season 4. It's not behaving like it used to. However, this is actually a brand new intentional mechanic, and I just wanted to highlight that today and show exactly how it works. Now, I'm sure many of you guys that have been playing since Season 4 have noticed this at some point. Sometimes that grenade indicator that pops up on your screen goes from red to gray. And previously, it never did that. It was only ever red. And since it wasn't mentioned anywhere, this is why some people are assuming that this is just a bug, but it turns out this is definitely intentional, and I actually quite like this. What this new gray version of the indicator means is you are within the damage radius of that explosive. However, there is something between you and that explosive, and if it's gray, the moment it goes off, you won't be taking damage, whereas if it's red, you will be taking damage. So this means if a grenade's just on the other side of a wall, for instance, or even a railing or something, just anything that could potentially block that damage, this indicator is great to let you know that you're currently safe, and if you just stay put, you should be okay, unless you get one of those heat-seeking grenades that just rolls around the corner at you, which we all know, just like COD timing, this seems to always happen to us. But realistically, at least in the majority of situations, if it's gray and you stay put, you will end up surviving. And I think this is great for decision making in situations where you are within a radius of an explosive. I actually found this to be quite intuitive as well. I noticed this pretty quickly after Season 4, and I pretty much immediately knew what this was telling me, and I think that's really cool. Now, I did do a bunch of testing with this, and from what I can tell, this doesn't seem to be working for placeable equipment, like a blast trap or a spring mine. If you trigger it and then get behind a wall, but you're still in the radius, it still seems to show as red, rather than gray. However, for any of the throwable lethals that are on a timer, so everything aside from like the C4, for instance, that's placeable, you will experience this particular behavior, where it's red if you're going to take damage, and gray if you're within the radius, but not going to take damage from that explosive. And there we go. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of this mechanic. I know there's a lot of big issues with the game that have overshadowed little things like this entirely, but I think it is important to point out little quality of life improvements like this, because this is a mechanic I absolutely want to see return going forward, as it just seems to fit really naturally with the gameplay. It's super intuitive, like I said, and it's already helped my decision making in specific situations. And I think it's pretty neat. Now, of course, those are just my opinions, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this new mechanic in those comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.